Hey, hope you're doing good today. So, I have a story time. And um, in this story time, I'm going to tell you the cost of not obeying God, whether from fear or whether you don't know if He's speaking to you or whether you don't know like how to recognize His voice. Um, Learn from my story, okay? So, before I go into my story, I just want to say if you believe in God, Jesus Christ, to be exact, okay? If you believe in God, Jesus Christ, um, it don't take, all that hoop and holler. Um, it don't take all the theatrical with Christ, with Jesus. It don't take all that with him. Like, if you are trying to build a relationship with him and you're new to the prayer world, you're new to the tapping into God, you're new to the whole trying to learn to recognize his voice, you're new to all of that, like a simple conversation in your language to him is good enough, okay? It is good enough. Like he don't everybody has a connection with Jesus differently, and he recognized that. Just know that he recognized that. So it don't take all of that, okay, with him. The moment you are sincere in your heart about talking to him about an issue or a problem or trying to solve something, the moment you are sincere about that, he hears you and he recognizes what you are coming to him for, because he already knows. So I say that to say, go to him in your own way, but be sincere about it. And let him speak to you. Give him the time to speak to you. But when he speak to you, he gonna speak. And it's gonna be just like his word says, a gentle, quiet whisper. It's going to be gentle. It's going to be low. It's not gonna be all that rah-rah like you think it's gonna be. It's not gonna be all that. But you will have to pay attention, because he's the kind of God that he was going to give you the benefit of the doubt of just saying what he has to say one time. I'm learning that right now with him. He has a soft tone about him, but he doesn't repeat himself. And he knows if you're kind of unsure. He already knows if you're unsure in some areas. He already knows that you're hesitant, maybe a little fearful. He knows that. But again, he will only repeat himself one time. So you definitely have to make sure you hear him that one time, okay? Continue to go to him, and he'll continue to speak to you differently. But usually, he gonna reveal himself and tell you the answer one time. So you got to be, just from my experience, mindful of that and pay attention. So let me tell you my story. So I was praying to God recently about my job, and I was asking him, like, Lord, I want to move up, in my company, and this, that, and the other. Kind of like preparation in terms of trying to get a promotion or whatnot. And I prayed that prayer, and I was fervent in my prayer with him about that. I was sincere. And so I left it be. And I know the Bible also says pray without ceasing. Definitely do that. But there's other times and other moments, sometimes you may feel the need to just pray and let it be and let him like move on his accord. So that's kind of also what I did. And he got back to me. God whispered back to me. He said, go talk to them about working in such and such department. And I was like, and even before then, I was, at my job, I trained for one day in another department, and I was like, okay, I can do this, I like it. But it was only that one day. And then after that is when I started going to him in prayer about, like, I want to, be promoted. I want to get to a higher position, yada, yada. And so a few days later after that, he whispered to me, real soft tone, y'all, real soft tone. He whispered to me, go talk to them. Go tell them your interests, your, the desire that's on your heart. Go talk to the head person or the people, or, go talk to the people who has the say so and the control and the authority to make something shift, right? So he whispered that, and myself, I was like, I don't want to talk to them. Maybe they'll see my good works on the back end without me having to go talk to them. I was like, nah, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do it. I was like, is this God? I don't even think that's God. Maybe that's what I thought he said. It was one of those kind of moments. I was like, maybe that's what I thought he said, was to go talk to him. I was like, I don't have to talk to him. I don't think I need to talk to him. I don't want to be, what's the word? I don't want to be a nuisance. I don't want to be that person that has to, I don't want to have to be that person that feel like I gotta advocate for myself when it comes to a promotion. I was thinking like, they're gonna recognize my good works, right? They're gonna recognize my good works, and it's gonna come. Let me show you how this played out. So I let it be, right? 2 weeks went by, still didn't go to him. 3 weeks went by, didn't mind even going to him. Didn't mind at all. 4 weeks, creeping on 4 weeks, started coming around the corner, and I started noticing that they had hired some new people in my department, and I'm like, okay, are they? I was like thinking to myself, well, maybe this is around the time that they're going to start promoting. And lo and behold, they did promote. But let me tell you something. They promoted somebody who been there less time than me, working in my same department, okay? Less time than me, working in my same department. That's not even nowhere near the same experience level that I have. And I felt some type of way. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I felt some type of way, because I was like, how in the world? Like, why did they promote this person? I'm thinking to myself, like, I've been there more time. I know this. I done this. I'm always there. And then it hit me when God whispered to me to go in to talk to the right people about being promoted or going to work in another department. He whispered to me 3-4 weeks ago, go and talk to them. Go and talk to them then. And I didn't. And so because I didn't, it was given to somebody else with half the qualifications and experience. Yes, it did. It was, and I like the person. This is literally no hate to that individual. I like that person. I'm glad they got it. But I say that to say, he already told me what to do. And because I was stuck in my way, and because I didn't see the bigger picture, because I didn't think, because he wanted me to move in a way that was different than how I thought, I missed out on my opportunity. I missed out on my blessing. I missed out on what was actually for me. And did it require me to step out on faith and to believe in myself, to believe in what he told me to do? Yes, it did require that. But guess what? It could have ended up with me having that position instead of that individual. So learn from me, y'all. Learn from my learn from me. Learn from this story, okay? Like I said, I know that individual, and I'm actually okay. They deserve that position just like I would have. They definitely do. But that definitely was a lesson, huge lesson for me, which is, first of all, don't doubt God. When he tells you to move, he's telling you to move for a reason. And in that moment, you may not know the ins and outs of why he's telling you to move. You may not have no kind of plan, you're trying to sit back and figure out, like, why are you telling me to do this? Is this really him? Instead of asking all these questions of why, you need to be trying to focus on, okay, Lord, practice learning how to be obedient. When he tell you the first time, going back to, like I said in this beginning of this video, when he told you to move the first time, because he's only going to tell you one time, you need to move. You need to do it then. You need to step on that bandwagon of faith right then. Because if he have to tell you more than one time, it's going to come with you having to take more and more chances to finally get what he was trying to tell you all along. And sometimes you don't want to have to go down that path of having to learn the hard way, or miss out on opportunities, or even like miss out on him doing the work in you, because you're so caught up in self-absorbed of trying to figure it out. You miss out on the fact that he was speaking to you. Like, to me, that was the biggest thing in this whole story, was the fact that he literally spoke to me. I prayed, gave him time to answer. He responded. He did not respond in the way how I thought, but he responded. And when he responded, it was a low, still whisper. And he told me to do this weeks in advance, y'all. Weeks in advance. So imagine God telling you to move months in advance. Okay? So, yeah, just take it from me. Like, did I miss out on my opportunity on that expense? Yes. But he still got other opportunities in store for me. He still is working in my life, doing a new number. He's still showing me how vocal he is, both in his voice and in his direction. And at the end of all of this, I can still say I love God. I can still say thank you, Jesus, because that just means there's another opportunity, there's another test that he's going to present me, and now I can look back at this and say, okay, I learned my lesson the last time. I learned my lesson. Let me go ahead and move right then. Let me go ahead and step out on faith right now. So yeah, that's my story for y'all. Listen to him the first time, and he does speak in a low, still voice, so you got to pay attention. But yeah, that's my message.